Creating the right environment for your child will ensure the most positive results and success. In this module, we'll explore how to create a positive and productive environment for your child and how to handle some common problems that may come up. The barriers children who have struggled with reading face go beyond literacy. It will be your job to help them navigate these struggles as they go through the program. Children who struggle with reading may also struggle with their self-esteem and might be defiant or have given up as a result. After all, the effort they've put in so far hasn't paid off the way it should, so who can blame them? On top of that, your child may be struggling with feelings of embarrassment or inadequacy. Depending on their age, they may have spent years watching their peers advance while they struggled. They might have had to deal with comments from other students, from teachers who don't get it, or from parents or siblings who mean well but don't understand that this isn't an issue of not trying hard enough. With all of that in mind, one of the most important things you can do for your child's Neuralign journey is to create a positive environment where they feel safe and supported, with no shortage of encouragement. There might be times throughout the program that your child feels overwhelmed, nervous, or resistant. Follow along. We'll give you tips on how to get through these bumps in the road without a fight. Here are a few steps to take before you start Neuralign with your child. Plan out your schedule ahead of time and review it with your child. Let them know what days and the times that they will be doing the program. Always make sure when planning your schedule that you leave enough time to complete it without feeling rushed or panicked, and leave extra time for small breaks in the early sessions. Explain to your child that you're trying something completely different than they've tried before. It's not going to look like the reading practice they're used to. If they're nervous or resistant, remain positive and encouraging. Remind them that you're there to support them and that they can do it. Neuralign has been designed so that they can't get stuck on a level, and they'll always move forward. Usually after the first few sessions, even the most skeptical students start building confidence and start getting excited about their score increases. Before you start your first session, download the practice sheets and have your child practice on the demo. This will help them know what to expect when they start. If they need practice using a computer mouse, have them play our gumball machine game first, so that they get used to the 3 mouse functions they'll need to use: click, drag, and drop. Make sure you've set up a comfortable workstation without distractions, and check that your equipment is working properly. By now, you should have already checked your computer specifications and downloaded the supported browsers to make sure the program runs smoothly. If you have a child that needs extra motivation or rewards to get started, have those ready. Some ideas include putting a sticker on the calendar every time they complete a session, or a promise to do a special activity to celebrate once they've completed the cognitive therapy. Make sure that all of their immediate needs have been met. Remind them to use the washroom, have a drink of water, and have a snack before they start. You're ready to start. Here are a few things to remember. 1. For young students, especially in the early sessions, you may want to give them a set number of breaks they can take in the hour. 1 or 2 should be enough, but if your child is very anxious or resistant, you can do 3. Press P for pause and take the breaks in between the games. 2. Celebrate your child's little successes. Point out their score and make a big deal about the numbers going up. Be patient if they start to get frustrated and remind them that they can do it. 3. When the session is over, wait until the score charts load and review it with them. That way you make sure the score is recorded, and they'll take pride in watching their scores increase every day. Some children find the sound parcel games particularly challenging, especially in the early sessions. They find the slow speed of the sound parcel delivery boring, sometimes painfully so. The games with sound parcels are Pinball, Scotland, and China. We get it, and we agree. So why is it done that way? The sound parcels in Neuralign were designed to do 2 very important things. Firstly, they stimulate the auditory processing networks in the brain and are timed with visual stimulation to create an auditory-visual network. Secondly, they create distinct sound bins, helping struggling readers distinguish similar sounds. which is something that they often have trouble with. The delivery of the parcels speeds up as the sessions go on, so the good news is that most students who struggle in the early sessions do better later. But to help those students who really have a hard time, here are a few things you can try. So what can you do? Make sure you are positive and encouraging while setting the boundary that it needs to be completed. Have small rewards, like stickers, handy to give them at the end of these games. Show them how to watch their score and the timer so they know how much longer they have. Offer them a break at the end of these games in the early sessions. If your child is struggling in any of the other games, don't be afraid to help them. In the early sessions, they might need you to pause the game to help them look for words or help narrow down their choices. That's okay. As they get the hang of things, they won't need as much support, and by the end, they'll be flying through it faster than you can. We hope this helps you set up a positive and successful Neuralign experience with your child. Don't forget to come back to the training anytime you have questions or need a refresher.